In a busy city, there lived a young man named Arman. Arman had a big dream. He wanted to become a great chef and open his own restaurant. He loved cooking more than anything else in the world. He spent years learning how to cook better, trying out new recipes, and watching videos of famous chefs. Arman was determined to turn his dream into reality. One day, he heard exciting news. A big cooking competition was announced in the city. The winner would get a chance to work in one of the best restaurants. Arman felt like this was the perfect chance to prove himself. He worked day and night to prepare for the competition. He practiced making dishes until they were perfect. His kitchen became his whole world. His friends and family tasted his food and encouraged him. Arman believed that his hard work would surely pay off. Finally, the big day arrived. The competition hall was filled with talented chefs. Arman felt nervous but also excited. He prepared a special dish for the judges, a mix of traditional flavors from his mother's cooking and modern styles he had learned. He carefully presented the dish, hoping it would impress the judges. When the judges tasted his dish, Arman watched their faces, trying to read their expressions. But when the results were announced, Arman's heart sank. His name wasn't even in the top 3. He felt crushed, like all his dreams had fallen apart. As Arman was packing up to leave, one of the judges, a famous chef named Mr. Harris, came up to him. "Your dish was interesting," Mr. Harris said kindly, "but you made it too complicated. Sometimes simple food is the best. Remember, simplicity is key in cooking." Arman nodded politely, but inside he felt like a failure. He couldn't understand how all his hard work had led to this. For weeks, he avoided cooking. He kept thinking, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I'll never succeed. One evening, feeling lost, Arman decided to take a walk. While wandering through the market, he noticed a small food cart with a long line of people waiting. Curious, he joined the line and ordered a bowl of soup. When he tasted it, he was surprised. It was delicious. The man running the cart was an elderly vendor named Mr. Karim. He noticed Arman's interest and smiled warmly. "This soup has a story," Mr. Karim said. "Used to own a big restaurant, but it failed. I tried to do too many things and lost my way. Now I focus on one thing I do really well, this soup, and people love it. You see, failure isn't the end, it's just a lesson to do better." Arman listened closely. Those words touched his heart. He realized that failure wasn't a reason to give up. Instead, it was a chance to learn and grow. Inspired by Mr. Karim's story, Arman decided to try again, but this time he would start small and focus on one thing he could do really well. The next day, Arman set up a small food stall in the market. He decided to sell just one dish, his mother's special stew. It was a simple recipe, but it was full of flavor and love. At first, only a few people stopped by to try his food. But Arman didn't give up. He listened to his customers' feedback and made small improvements to his stew every day. Over time, more and more people started coming to his stall. They loved his stew and praised its rich taste. Arman's hard work and patience were finally paying off. Within a few months, his food stall became one of the most popular spots in the market. With the money he earned, Arman rented a small space and opened a cozy restaurant. He named it From Failure to Flavor to remind himself of his journey. One day, something unexpected happened. Mr. Harris, the judge from the competition, walked into Arman's restaurant. He ordered the stew and ate it quietly. After finishing, he came up to Arman with a big smile. "This is the best dish I've ever tasted," he said. "You've truly found your strength." Arman felt proud and happy. "Thank you," he said humbly. Your advice taught me the most important lesson of my life. Failure helped me become better. Over the years, Armand's restaurant became a huge success. He opened more branches and became well known for his simple but delicious food. Whenever he met young chefs, he would share his story and encourage them. Failure isn't the end, he would say. It's just a new beginning. Moral of the story: failure is not something to fear. It's a chance to learn, improve, and try again. With patience, focus, and hard work, you can turn any failure into success.